JB and the Glue are the celebrity host for this year's Hope for the Warriors celebrity golf event in River Landing, North Carolina. And that's on August 27th and 28th. Now, it's more than just a golf event. Now, we are helping to raise money to get our wounded service members and their families back to normal lives. But this has grown into a celebration at the success of so many of these warriors. Now, I've been a part of this since the beginning, and so has Hall of Famer catcher Johnny Bench and longtime Major League Baseball player Doug Flynn, who are again this year's host. We got a chance to talk and laugh ahead of time.
I'm just happy to be with Doug, and Doug and I think both of them, I don't say that. I say that just to make him happy. But the thing I'm most excited about is seeing some of our veterans and also our wonderful flag officers who come every year. It is unbelievable when I tell people that, Spider Nyland, 4-star General Spider Nyland is there. And Colonel Kopka, I gave him a promotion, but they didn't take it. But, well, let's face it. Where else can you find a better venue, better golf course, better clubhouse? I mean, it is just to die for. We are treated so royally, and the doors are open for us, and you're nice enough to come. And all those people that have been there for those 20 some years is just amazing. And of course, my biggest sidekick in the world, my boy Dougie, we've done this, and I owe a lot to him because he's got me involved in things that have always been so giving and so caring. And I always try to say thank you, Doug. I never say it enough.
That's not true. Your heart is so good and so big. And JD, all of the celebs that come down there each and every year are not looking for anything other than the fact that they want to give something back to our wonderful families, for our military families. And Johnny's right. You get to rub elbows with some of America's greatest, not only the ones that have all the high ranking, but we'll bring a lot of the guys that just got out of the service. A lot of them have been messed up a little bit, because of because of what war has done to them. And they get so excited when we come down and hear these old stories about these old guys that used to play ball. I'm so proud of Johnny and the work that he's been doing. And for you, JD, because every year you're the one that gives us the most publicity and lets all these people around North Carolina know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, but we would be nothing if JD didn't do this show. I mean, in so many ways. All of this information that gets out. And JD, we thank you because it brings more attention to what we're doing and how we're doing it. And it's just been a wonderful opportunity for all of us. And, when our guys get blown up, it's Robin and is just, and, get to see the leaders and have spent so many hours and so many days and across the country. And it's such an honor to be a part of this. And we thank you for joining us and being there.
Well, I've enjoyed it. We've been doing it for decades now, so this is a regular for us, for my wife Terry, who certainly enjoyed being there as well. Talk about this, because what amazes me every year is how much fun the event is, but also how you actually get to see the success that Hope for the Warriors has done for our service members and their families. Talk about that, because this isn't a sad event. I mean, this is like, wow, you see success on this. Dougie, go ahead, start on that.
Yeah, I remember the first couple of years we went there and we met a couple of the guys, and they've been blown up. They were going through surgeries. They're still helping out. Man, you look at them now. They have gone on through, the great medicine that's out there, been able to get these guys, patch them back together. Their lives are changed because they were worried they might not be able to have kids. Now they got families. They're starting to have grandkids. They're going on, and it's because of the money raised down here through Hope for the Warriors that's given them a chance to come back home and have a complete life. I'm amazed. I'm literally amazed when I see these guys and gals after they've come back and the things that they've gone through and the testimonies they give. But you're right. It makes a difference. And JD, you know what, one of the good things, 91 cents on the dollar goes right to these military families. So when you make an investment, your money has been well used.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing that, and what I found out right away, and it didn't dawn on me until, you're talking to them, they've got 2 and 3 amputations. They're out there. They want to go back. They want to serve. They want to serve. But what people didn't realize, and I was one of them, was that they were out. They wanted to be lifers. They wanted to serve their 20 years. They wanted to get their pension. Now, all of a sudden, they don't have any pension. Nothing's there for them. And somebody cares enough like Robin and her staff, and the fact that Jack Marin is on the board, and all these people that want to be a part of this. It's a camaraderie now. I mean, our guys have, like you said, it's just good old friends that having a good time. We've got great entertainment, and we've got some of the celebrities that still come back and be a part of it. It's not the easiest place to get to, but they still take time out of their schedule to make an effort to be there.
Amen. And you know what? Speaking of lifers, JD, that's what we've become. We're lifers for Hope for the Warriors.
Absolutely. I can remember when we used to go to Camp Lejeune, and we had there way back. I would say it was like 2003, 2004, somewhere around there at the start of the Iraq War. Talk about that. The fact that, we're not in full scale wars anymore, but these guys still need this, and they're actually thriving with that. Talk about that, Dougie.
Well, here's what I found out very early. When I'm in a conversation with someone who's never played professional baseball, and they're trying to tell me what it's like to hit off a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And my question to them is, because, and it's the same when you go down here with these military guys, they love the camaraderie of getting together with other men and women who have served. And there's that bond that they have, like what JB and I have from playing ball. But it's something where we would never say, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I understand. So our job, as you know, is to go down and listen. And I love knowing that just us sitting there listening to what these guys are saying is a healing going on with a lot of these young men and women. And so it's actually a blessing that we have allowed to go and be a part of something that's been so special.
Well, the healing process is our one key right now, because before, when this all started, John, and we know that most of this was treated for amputations and for, solving injuries. Else, right now, about 70% of this goes to psychiatrists, psychologists, them dealing with the demons that are in there and the PTSD. And we know how important it is, and that they get this kind of treatment. I've been to places where we were in Daytona. We had a monster size, he was a steel, but he couldn't come out of his room that day. And these are people that will go to Dallas or go to our certain camps and certain treatment centers where they will get a week maybe worth of conditioning and everything else to get them back to where they need to be. And I've been studying it as much as I can. In fact, we're opening up a trauma center in Cincinnati now for treatments. And we know that concussions as part of PTSD and all the things that they've suffered through, I've been studying it, working with it. We're going to be doing more studies and more work. We've got some new thing called a table that actually treats and systematically opens up passages into your brain and can balance you out. So we're hoping that some of this treatment will be beneficial to them. So it's obviously, you can tell, and by your thought to have us on, it is a labor of love. We just love being there and being a part of it, and seeing John, our old boy John Rose. He's
John Rose.
Yeah, he's a stalwart there, and see, you can already smile at John because you already know about John and all the others. But
JB, last year was funny. You and I were sitting there talking, and I remember John Rose said, do you all know Eddie Montgomery? We went, yeah. He said, man, when I was going through all of my rehab, listening to the Montgomery Gentry, that music, it really took me a long way. So my brother goes down with us now. He picks up the phone, calls Eddie. We put Eddie on the phone with John Rose. Off they went. And that was one of the coolest things. But, these guys get to hang out with the celebs that we have there. And trust me, I don't know of any celeb that's been down there that has said, if they possibly can, how do we not get involved, and how do we continue to do this to help out? It's an amazing, amazing organization. And as I said, I get to hang out with JB. I mean, over the last 20 years.
These guys are 20, 30 years old. I mean, they never heard of you or I. It's like, here, call your grandfather. Call your grandfather.
Yeah, that's right.
But, one of the interesting things is this is actually, with them being there, it's a little bit a part of a lot of their rehabs, because they actually play golf with us. I mean, each year we get to be with some of the Warriors, and some of them, I mean, they're not bad sticks, and others, they just really enjoy the game, and it's really helpful. Talk about any of your experiences of playing golf with them in the tournament here.
Well, I think they feel good after they see some of our shots. They're thinking, wow. I thought I was.
It's hard to tell which one was wounded in combat when they see our swings.
We've been in the locker room so many times, and we know about guys and how they react to things, and when to put a little jab in, when you sort of talk about their golf and everything else. And they even love the idea that you really kick it back with them.
Yeah.
Like they're offended, right, Doug?
Well, it's like John Rose. John's got one eye, and he's sitting there trying to read putts for us. And finally, we just go, "Good night, John. Use the good eye." Holy mackerel!
Which eye did you read that one with? Oh,
but it makes it. He knows then he's part of the team, and that makes Johnny and I feel part of the team too, knowing that we can get on them, and that's what they want. I mean, that's who they are, and that's who we are or were. And as you say, it is a happy occasion.
And our sponsors. I mean, we have to thank them forever and ever. But once they're there, and once they're a part of it, and once, Doug spends a heck of a lot of time, I try to, as much as I can, to include them, because they've been so good. And like Doug said, once they're involved, once they see what we're doing, and they get hooked by it.
Yeah.
Hey, a couple of things. Talk about the golf courses there, how cool it is. And then also, if you can, talk about the fact they actually fire an M16 for some of our drives on a par 5. Talk about how cool that is, both the course and also
we have to. You just did. You just told them. Let's just say, John, it's always good. We're there involved, but you're not an outsider. You're a celebrity. But you see all around the edges. And a lot of times you catch things on the perimeter that Doug and I sometimes not be privy to. But again, like you stand there with a howitzer shooting your golf ball 500 yards. I mean, so you think that's cool too. And that's what we like, is the uniqueness of what we do and how we try to make it entertaining and fun for all of our players, our pro-am players. And they don't ask. They could care less if they want. I mean, some of them are out there, but their winning is always just being there, and it's being there at Warrior Night, being at the events that we hold.
Yeah, and 2 great golf courses too. I mean, it doesn't matter which one you play; they're both outstanding. Johnny and I judge golf courses now, not necessarily on the condition of the fairways or the greens, but how many fish do they have in the ponds?
And we were disappointed. That last flood took them out of the pond. And we had a lot of fish. Try to do that, but you have to say a shout out to all the members there, because they allow us to have their golf courses, and they understand it. I mean, there's some unbelievable great Americans that the best of the Americans that live there, and they see what's going on, and they come out and help as much as they can. The volunteers are really key.
And how many times did we leave there? Oh yeah, absolutely a part of it. And every time Johnny and I leave or ride down through it, we're saying, we could probably buy a place over here. It'd be a nice place to kick back, buddy. I'm telling you. It's outstanding.
They already know you. You're the mayor. You talk to everybody there for 10 or 15 minutes. And, I mean, it's like, here, Doug, I just like to get through the gate once. Just drive through the gate. Doug's guard gate. Yeah, how you doing? Everything's fine here. Yeah, y'all are good. Everything else. I said, we got a tea time. All right, can you just break it up? We have so much fun, but the people know us by now, obviously. But they are incredible folks.
So we have some great events at night, and there's always great music there. So we got, Teresa Wade comes there, Randy McQuay, Rick Saray, and you two guys, get involved in the singing. Are you going to perform this year?
Are we allowed?
Well, I quit drinking, John. I've had this AFib, and I quit drinking, so I don't sing quite as often, or it's not requested. Well, it never was requested. Doug's got his voice back. He's ready to roll.
Hey, we just performed a couple of weeks ago. JB and I got up and did a little something and had fun with it. I tell you, with all the contacts that Johnny's got, he's introduced me to, there's no way that you can go to a place and not love music and want to be involved in music. And Dylan Dixon, I think, is coming back this year again, who is one of our performers. So, yeah, if they want to get up, and it's good because people like to see you out of your element. Well, we be out of our element when we start doing that.
And we don't care. We don't care.
No, okay.
No, I mean, they don't throw tomatoes. They're really kind, all that stuff. But we don't let them near the fruit stand either. So that's, but, the accommodations and everything is just the best.
Yeah, it's a great event to be to, and folks, I hope you join us. Okay, hey guys, before I let you go, let's talk a little baseball. You guys both paying attention to what the Reds are doing this year?
No, what's going on?
Really?
They're playing baseball.
Oh,
how about that?
I mean, I'm still in 1976 on Johnny's coattails. Watching that.
I got to tell you, I'm a box score guy. I mean, I watch the box scores and everything else of every team. We have the College Catcher of the Year award. So I have a lot of the guys still playing in the major leagues, Rushman and all of these guys and Suzuki. And, you can go down to those Patrick Bailey. And so I got to doing that. And all of a sudden you're watching the Reds. People are calling me, saying, Reds win 66 games. What are you talking about? Well, that's the over and under. I said, I have nothing to do with the over and under. Right now, it's not that they might have a chance of winning this division. If they didn't play Milwaukee, we'd beat 10 games up. and my sons, my youngest, Josh, he is besotted by Benson. I mean, he thinks he's the greatest thing. And then you're watching De La Cruz and he's wearing number 44, and they're saying, have you ever seen anybody like him? I said, yeah, he wore number 44 when he played with the Reds before, Eric Davis. So, but this, I mean, they are some serious. I mean, there's some serious fun going on, key hits. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know where Joey Votto's been. I mean, it's like Lazarus coming from the dead. I mean, I think he's having a press conference to retire, and he's on the lineup, hits 2 home runs. It is just amazing. But they've got some good young players and held up a little bit. Some of them are pitching a little better, but if you need 6 runs, they score 6 runs, Doug.
Yeah. They're fun to watch too. And they have Cincinnati a buzz. I was up there this past weekend for a little something. The town is going crazy. And the ballparks are getting full. They're putting 30 and 40,000 into the park every night. And they're fun to watch because they're never out of a game. And I think watching these guys have that much fun, certainly it's a good lesson for a lot of folks.
And young. And, John, I got a couple of friends from down in Florida, and they were going up. They were doing that old ballpark thing. They're trying to go to all the ballparks and everything else. And they called and they said, we're going to be in Cincinnati. I said, hey, I'll get you all the tickets you want. Well, I call up Rob Butcher, the guy. And I said, Rob, I need like 4 seats. He said, Johnny, I only have singles behind the foul pole. I mean, this thing. And when we're up there for the Reds Hall of Fame, we have to go over to Cincy Shirts to buy a shirt, for Josh. And we barely got in the door. I mean, everything is in the place is sold out. Everybody is a Reds fan now. You talking a bandwagon? Woo!
Well, and what's really interesting is, and Dougie, I think you and I were talking last year at one point, and you were not really happy with baseball. You felt that baseball was having problems. Halfway through the season now, we had the new changes, namely the pitch clock. Do you see, and Johnny, I'll ask you this too, do you see that the game has gotten better because of things like that and there's more interest?
Well, I've always liked for fast pitchers to work fast, and I'm sure Johnny did too. As a defensive player, it keeps you in the game and everything. But I don't even know if the clocks – I've never understood why they didn't teach guys to work faster anyway. And so now they got a clock. They kind of forces them to do that. But, I'm still – the games are a half an hour quicker than they used to be. Oh, there's the New Jersey. That's the Friday night New Jerseys that Johnny was talking about.
I haven't got the fever at all. I'm not even following.
Oh, my. How do you see that's way I can't even get a ticket stub up there, and he's got a jersey with his name on it already. Jiminy Christmas. Can you get me Johnny, can you get me a hat?
Well, let's see. I got this one.
A blue
this one.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me when to stop. I got this one.
Where's the black one? You ain't got to the black one yet.
Right here, right here. I got that one. Oh, that says Hall of Fame on it. You don't want that one. Let me see. How about that one?
I got that one.
Another for Hall of Fame hat. How about this one?
Oh,
Nice.
wow. That's a nice one there.
Yeah, I commissioned that the other day. Tell me about this one.
Oh, hey, I like that one.
Yeah.
All right. And I got more at the end of the room, but I don't want to. I tried to find my camouflage, but I thought it was file. I'm sorry. But we like your hat better, John. I'll tell you that. Thanks for wearing it.
That's right.
Oh,
it looks good.
Hope for the Warriors. Absolutely. You got the shirt, everything. Yeah, no, that's really great. So, well, guys, thank you for that. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys and being a part of it, sitting down, having a drink, telling a few stories, and talking to the guys and gals who are part of Hope for the Warriors, who are true Americans that have sacrificed so much for us. And it's such a great time. I look forward to it every year, and I can't thank you enough for taking the time.
We thank you. We thank you.
Yeah, you've got that phone going the whole time, man. You're doing stories on all these guys, and the story doesn't get told if you're not there doing it, my friend. And I know from me and Johnny and from everybody at Hope for the Warriors, we appreciate you so much. Thank you. Oh, I like that. That's nice.
It's from the heart, buddy. You
Look
and
at
me.
that one. Oh, I love that. Ooh, it's right.
Isn't it good?
Hope for the Warriors. I love that. You should play with that.
Oh, that could be a new logo.
Absolutely.
You're a marketing fool, man. That is awesome. I love you, John. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Back at you guys.
Dougie, see you in a 3 weeks.
You
All
got
right,
it.
JB.
Thanks.
Hey, pal.
All right, bud. And go ahead
Bye-bye.
and color your hair if you want to.
For you, I think I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I think I'll do that. Yeah.
Well, it'll wash out. Don't worry.
It's hard to find just the right gray to put in there to make it look good.
Now, hopefully you can join us, and if you do, you need to find out why Doug is called the Glue. It's a great story, but you need to come to the event to find out. For more information, go to hopeforthewarriors.org, and hope to see you there.